Hello there, it's Crisandro and another episode of Rantz here. Lovely warm September's day here in the south coast of England, and how the hell we get away with that? How the hell did we get away with that last night, man? Oh my days. For those who watched the live stream, thank you for joining in, and thank you for watching along with us, and wow, that was hard to take in many ways, like always really, but we got away with it. I know people are complaining about the number of changes made at the starting lineup. Had to be done really, as far as I'm concerned. We had players that have played consecutive games, 4 straight games now, and international break as well. Would have I know that's someone that talked about the miles that Romero did, so it had to be done. The changes had to be made, but the players coming in, for the most part, didn't really cover themselves up in glory. I mean, there was way too many last-ditch challenges made by Jailt and Ben Davis from errors that there were. Well, maybe not errors, just slowness of movement, really. That caused them to have to turn back onto their own goal, and yeah, I mean, in terms of players who did very well, Lucas Berval did well enough. Didn't really create too much, but at least he was tidy on the ball. At least he kept all the possession and didn't lose the ball, so that was good. Sorry, I got a bit of hiccups there. Sarr came back into the side, and I know there was issues with him during pre-season. He hasn't really looked the same kind of player, but I'm sure it will come in time. He was quality last season. He's not going to just drop off now. And Odebear, I think they're going to have a scan on his leg, on his ankle today, I think, or tomorrow, one of the two. But I think Ange said that the injury looks significant, so might be prepared for a lengthy. No, it was not ankle. Sorry, it's his hamstrings. Looked like it was his hamstring that went. So so it looks like he's going to be out for a reasonable time. I don't think he was torn. It's probably just pulled. So and then to add into that, just I kind of said on the live stream that it looked like the players were just kind of scared to progress and to progress the ball on, if you know what I mean. And it did kind of look that way. It was kind of very, very ponderous. We got into such good positions, yet they seemed too afraid to take that final step. And it was just kind of interesting to see how we had all that possession, and especially in the first half, that possession led to literally 0 attempts on target. And this is against a side who are probably mid-table, bottom half of the table in the championship, and they were dominating. They literally just kind of they didn't really soak up the pressure, but they just sat back, waited for us to make a mistake, and then capitalised on it. And that is a kind of as we just kind of like caught on our heels way too many times. And I know that I kind of lost my thread there. I was just reliving the disappointment of it all. Solanke, I had to feel sorry for the guy, where he was looking lively. He even had to come as far deep as left back at one point just to pick up the ball and get involved. But he was kind of like being starved of any kind of opportunities, and looked like if he had to make something, he had to create an opportunity, he had to do it by himself. And that's where the issues lie. And already kind of touched on the players there that were meant to do the creating for him. He was kind of lacking in many areas, and you have to. I know Johnson came on just before half time, and you can see from the if you don't know, he's had to turn off his we deactivated his social media because of the dogs abuse he's been getting from fans, and and you can kind of see the apprehension in him whenever he has the ball. Shoops said last night he doesn't understand why he doesn't take it on his man, that he's got all the speed and whatnot. I said at the time, or on many occasions I kind of alluded to the fact that maybe there's just a bit of a fear running through the team, and I do feel that's the case. Remember what it was like in the 90s when the fans would just get on the team's back straight from kickoff at times, and we played with that fear, we played with that apprehension. Team gets booed off at half time, gets booed off, and it gets booed onto the pitch inside the second half. That's kind of like how it feels now. That's where I kind of feel like the apprehension is coming from, and that's where some of these players I think are kind of like feeling it, and I know Johnson's feeling it more than most. So when he scored the winner, you had to feel for him and think, yeah, I mean, there's even talk now in the group that they're upset he didn't celebrate the goal. He's received nothing but dog's abuse from a certain level of this fan base. Of course he's not going to celebrate. It was not immature, it's not sulking. He's a human being at the end of the day, and if he's he's received nothing but abuse from people who are supposed to be on his side, you tell me what the motivation would be for him to go over and jump in the crowd and start waving his hands about and celebrating. Sorry, all the warmth has given way to a bit of a breeze here, so I do apologise if it's kind of blowy right now. But another player that came on at half time was Jed Spence, and he kind of showed why. I mean, that disappointment of missing out on a place in the European squad, and he showed why we should not have done that. I mean, his passing was on point, his defending was even better, and he knocked off a couple of shots as well, got off a couple of shots I should say, and he looked a real threat down that left hand side. He took over from Udogie, who was kind of passive for the most part in the first half, but then Spence also got the goal. He got the equaliser 2 minutes before the end of time, so yeah, that just kind of shows where we were at, and that was good to see. It was good to see, and how we got out of jail at that game, I have no idea. That was just probably the most, wow, that's all I could say. So you had to feel sorry for Coventry. They did so well, played so well, contained us in a way, and yeah, they were just literally 3 minutes away from going into the fourth round, but unfortunately for them, unfortunately for us, it's us that make it through. Sign of champions, you could say. If we play that badly and still go through, who knows? But we need to start picking that up in the most part. I mean, it did kind of take the likes of Kulusevski, the likes of Madison, and the likes of Son to come and it changed the game a little bit. Kulusevski especially was very, very important in that whole dynamic. And yeah, and in the end of it, it was I mean, we turned it around and we won, so through to the next round. Fourth round draw, we'll find out when that is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that is going to be a keenly felt draw now. We have to take this competition seriously. But in terms of competitions, there was some news. We just saw this morning that Claire Hall, our new signing, is really excited for the start of the Super League this weekend, and yeah, there's also news in terms of Europe for the women's team. This could affect Spurs as well, seeing as in the last 3 seasons we've had 2 high finishes that would have qualified us for Europa League in the men's game. The European competitions are getting a bit of a revamp. The Champions League is going to be expanded to have an 18-team league for, I guess it's similar to the 36 teams the league that the men are playing, and there's going to be an introduction of a second European tournament. So this is for the 2025-26, so next season. So hopefully that will impact Spurs in a very positive way, especially, like I said, we had these high finishes in the league, and we've missed out in Europe by circumstances. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that one and seeing how that will take shape. But yeah, I cannot wait, because this club does deserve Europe, and the way we've been building and steadily building towards it, I mean, had a recent behind closed doors friendly at St George's Park, I think, against Manchester United, and we won 1-0. And that's a team that includes likes of Rachel Williams, and now includes Celine Bizet. So we beat them 1-0, and yeah, that's why I'm deriving my confidence from. So we are going about it in the right way, and obviously to add to that, last season we got to a cup final. So positivity, man, positivity, and yeah. So if that competition is added and we do qualify for it, I'm definitely going to make some trips to Europe with the women's team. Trust in that, man. It'd be good to see this team on the continent. But I think what we'll do as well now, we'll also do like a highlights reel of the watch along of the live stream. Now we'll try and see if we can do that for tomorrow, so that's Friday. And then of course there's the vlog for the game against Brentford this weekend. Hopefully that'll come out on the Monday. So yeah, we shall see how it all unfolds. But yeah, Spurs through to the next round of the Carabwo Cup, and we shall see how the draw pans out for that, and then we shall let you know. We'll try to discuss it. But yeah, tell us what you think about the game. I mean, how hard was that to watch? And I know there are a few that, like I said, will complain about the starting lineup, which of course I heard I didn't. I thought it was fair enough. It looked a strong enough side, but obviously players that haven't played together for a while, so it was going to be a while before they get their flow going. But let me know what you think about that, and also how do we get out of jail of that one? And also, you agree with me that you support Brennan Johnson not celebrating his goal, and if you don't, do you think it was immature, and why? When you consider the abuse he's been getting, tell me why you think it wasn't a case of self-preservation in it more than anything else. And also for the women's team, Europe could be on the cards next season, and if that's the case, I'm looking forward to that one. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think below. Come on, you Spurs, and my God, you'll take care.